Hi guys, this is Varda Sharma. I welcome you back to my channel. Today we are going to create some funky Halloween decor. It's a photo frame. We'll be using supplies that we normally use to create cards, but we'll be creating something that you can actually set up on your table where you put up your candies and other Halloween stuff. And this video is part of a video hop, Halloween video hop that my friend on Instagram, Hook, Line and Inker is her handle. So she put together, so that's what we are going to do. We are going to create an Halloween decor. It's part of a blog hop, YouTube hop, video hop, and there are lots of prizes to be won. I'll put a link in the description box below to the original post where she's linking each and every video of this hop, and you have lots of prizes to win provided you go to every single video and get inspired and leave a comment and all the things that you do in a hop. Okay, with that, let's just get started. The supplies I have created for this, or supplies I have collected for this, is one slightly older frame. It already has a lot of scruff marks, which I like for this kind of a project. It's Halloween after all. So I'm going to repurpose this frame and I'm going to put the stuff inside it. So I've removed the tag on it. I have separated these two and I have measured my base, this black paper. I took a normal cardstock, black cardstock, and I've cut it to size using this as my guide. This is what I usually like to do. I like to take the backing of a photo frame, even if I'm cutting photos or even if I'm cutting the base for the artwork that I'm going to put inside. I just like to use this as my guide so that it exactly fits the frame I want it to fit in. I'm going to use black as my base, and my color scheme is going to be everything glitter except for the base. The base is going to be black, and then we are going to have some things here which are glittery white and glittery orange. Let me show you the paper pack from where I got all this. So I have picked up 3 colors here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using the gold one, but I have picked up the orange and the white out of this pack. This pack was on sale in JOANN. This is the Cricut Glitter Cardstocks Classic Sampler. This was on sale, so I picked up, and as you can see, the orange and the gold and the white, even the black have got used. Only the silver ones I have other silver paper, so I haven't been using them, but this is a great sampler pack to have, and it will last you a long time because it's 12 by 12 and you get 2 or maybe even 3 sheets of each. I think 2 of each. So this is from JOANN's. I'll link to it down below. All the supplies here, I'll link to it down below if they're still available. Some of them are older supplies, so they may not be, but I'll try my best. Okay, so that's for the paper. I'm going to set that aside, and I am going to be using these 2 older card kits from Spellbinders. So I will be using Spellbinders large die of the month for September. This was last year, and even this is the small die of the month for the same month, September 18. I picked up all the sentiments from here. Happy Halloween Haunting. That's what this entire decor is going to have. I have left this optional. This is a beautiful frame kind of a thing. I have left this optional for now. I'll see if I want to use it, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll just set it aside for now. What I like to do whenever I'm making any kind of projects, it may be cards, it may be home decor stuff or whatever, especially if I'm going to use any dies or stamps, I like to lay them the way I visualize. That helps me make any adjustments and take some kind of an estimate of sizing and placement and things like that. So that's what I have done here. This is what is the base that I'll be putting inside, this black thing. On top I have laid out my stuff exactly the way I want it to be. So that's what we're going to go with. Okay, I'm going to do a bunch of die cutting. I will probably just do one of them here, and I'll do all of them on the side, and then we'll meet back here to assemble and put things together. So let's get started with that part. For this, these are all ghosts. So I'm going to be using the white glittery one. that's only fitting, right? So I'm going to be using the white glittery one for them, for all the ghosts piece. And I'm thinking I should be doing like a gold frame or something. So let's look at the frame later. I'll show you the die cutting with this piece, then I'll go offline, do all the rest of the die cutting, and I'll come back and talk through how we're going to assemble. So let's get started with that. My die cutting machine is a Platinum 6x6, I mean 6, Platinum 6. So I can cut uh, material which is about 6 inches wide, a little more than that I think, which works great for most of my projects, including home decor projects. But these are Spellbinders dies. They work with almost all of your die cutting machines, I believe, including Sizzix. So you don't have to worry about using the specific die cutting machine that I'm using, and you just have to go with the supplies that you have on hand. In fact, this whole arrangement that I'm doing here, you don't have to have the exact same dies. You can just substitute for some of the supplies that you have. But take this example where there are like 3 photo frames and 3 sentiments, and they all work together in one big photo frame. So that's the idea. Okay, let me set this aside and I will get my die cutting machine set up here, and then we can start rolling with it. So I've set up my die cutting machine on top. We are going to cut out a white kitty cat. I have the glitter paper all lined up, and I have this set up right here. Ignore the condition of my cutting plates. They have been really well loved, as you can see. So I have my base platform here, then I have one cutting plate, then I have the paper, then I have the die with the cutting side down or the sharp side down. I'm going to put the second plate on top right there, and we are going to just run it through. Standard die cutting procedure, nothing new here. It's glitter paper, so I'm going to run it at least a couple times back and forth, so that way we know for sure it will get all the nooks and crannies. This machine does a pretty good job of cutting different material and cutting them evenly, so I'm not really worried about it. But just to be on the safe side, I'll run it forward and back 2 times instead of just 1 time. And then let's set this aside and let's see our kitty cat. She's beautiful. Even if she's spooky, she's beautiful. So this is what she looks like right now. She'll get a golden or some kind of orange or some kind of backing. And I'll trim the edges of it depending on the size of the frame that I'll be putting it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away from camera for a little bit. I'm going to get all my die cutting pieces done, and then we are going to assemble it together. Okay. All right, people. I just stepped away from the camera and I did all my die cutting here, and I have also trimmed these frames to fit exactly inside the backing. So each and every one of them is going to be like the main die cut with the backed up frame, just to make it look like it's a photo frame. And I've also cut out my words that say Happy Halloween Haunting. And I thought something was missing on the background, so I decided to do some tone and tone with some glittery black paper. That's also included in the same Cricut sampler kit, or the Cricut sampler glitter classic pack, whatever. I will link to the actual product down below so that you know which product I used. And that's what I did with black and black. I also found something interesting. Do you see this tiny thingy out here? When they cut out almost like bat wings. So let me take this apart and show you. I just decided to use that negative piece. I hope you can see it clearly. Let me get it in focus. So I hope you can see it clearly. And I'm going to make tiny little bats with that, and I'm going to put 2 on the top and 1 in the bottom, just for some, why waste? So we are just going to go with this, and let's get assembling. I might fast forward this part. All I'm doing is using liquid glue and putting things together and then setting some heavy objects on top, because this is glitter paper. You want it to really stick and not come apart. I'm going to use multi-medium glue, which is pretty strong adhesive. I'm going to set something heavy on top so that they get glittered, or so that they get glued together, and we'll assemble this whole thing. Okay, so let's get started. The last piece, the last part of this puzzle is to actually put it in the frame and enjoy. There you go. What do you think? I think it looks pretty damn good, don't you think so? Yeah, I will take detailed pictures of this, and I will link to all the supplies and also the big video hop in the description box below. Once again, guys, thank you so much for staying with me. If you like this video, I'll definitely try to do more. Please subscribe to my channel. As always, I like to hang out with you guys here or on Instagram or even on my blog. Thank you so much.